Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Today I am in my happy place because we have another John Byrne book we are looking at. This is so cool. It is a collection of John Byrne, Roger Stern, and Mark Farmer's story from JLA Classified. It was like 5 parts, I think. I vaguely remember this coming out. I don't know why. You'd think I'd be crapping my pants all over this, but I mean, I do remember it coming out, and I do remember liking it, and it's so good. So I just got this. I don't know where my individual issues are, so I just picked up this trade because I want to see it. That was now. This is then. JLA Classified was a series. You know, DC sometimes did these books like Legends of the Dark Knight and I don't know, Wonder Woman Sensation Comics, and they just have such a huge, cachet of characters with such a rich history and very iconic periods of time. So I just think a series like this is sort of like you can visit any incarnation or not any time in the book's history, and I like that. I like sort of fill in the gap stories or looks back, especially since I love like the nostalgia books. Anyway, all right, so this cover is by Joshua Middleton, who did the covers that for the original series. It's funny because, I mean, with John Byrne drawing, like, you would think he would, he didn't always do his own covers. Some people argue that some of his covers aren't that strong, but man, when his covers are strong, they are strong. There are so many iconic John Byrne covers, and I would always rather have an artist do their own covers, especially if it's John Byrne. However, I do like Joshua Middleton. He's a beautiful artist. I love his art. Very cool. JLA, that was now, this is then. Another reason this may not be so beholden to me is, John Byrne forever to me will be like X-Men, Alpha Flight, Fantastic Four, She-Hulk. Those are the ones that really sit in my heart. And so when he went to DC, it was really cool and everything like that, but just not as, impactful to me. Especially since I was probably a little bit older by the time he went over to DC to do this stuff. So that was now, this is then, JLA, Roger Stern writer, John Byrne penciler, Mark Farmer inker. So cool that Mark Farmer is inking this. Great inker. I love it already. I feel like, he's most widely known for inking Alan Davis, I feel. So got a great, slick ink line, very faithful to the pencils, very flattering to the pencils. Rob Clark Jr., Nick J. Napolitano, letterers, and Alan Pasalacqua, colorist. Forgive me, pronunciation. Original series covers by Joshua Middleton, as I had mentioned. Justice League of America. Interesting. Oh, so a little background on the story. I'm always about the art and care minimally about the story, but let's just give you something to nibble on here. This world has no true gods except me. When the self-proclaimed god Titus landed on Earth, he expected to challenge our world's gods in combat. Instead, he went toe-to-toe with the newly formed Justice League of America. What followed was a battle that rocked the young team and nearly shattered reality, but that was then. Now, Titus has resurfaced in the shadows of the JLA's moon-based Watchtower, reborn and infinitely more powerful. He will conquer our planet if he's not stopped. Can the current league defeat this godling, even if it's a fight they are destined to lose? From the legendary team of writer Roger Stern, Action Comics, and artist John Byrne, the Man of Steel, an earth-shattering battle that spans the JLA's long and storied history. Very cool. I feel it's so weird because when Byrne went to DC, I feel like he leaned hard into the Kirby influence and definitely was using his run on Wonder Woman had Demon and all these other Kirby characters just left and right, like Big Barda and Mr. Miracle. Or no, they were in Action Comics. But anyway, Byrne was using so many of the Kirby characters. I love that he went to DC just to do what Kirby did at DC. Is kind of interesting and funny. Since Kirby is one of his heroes, here's one of those Josh Middleton covers. I do love his art. you know, he first got notoriety from a series called NYX. I think like the first appearance of X23 in one of those issues is worth like a crazy amount of money. But his art is so great. Like, I had never seen anything like it at the time. And he continues to do great art. Like, he doesn't mostly covers anymore. I haven't really followed him completely, but I do really love his art anytime it comes up. This is so great. I love this so much. Like I said, like, look, I mean, John Byrne is the classic comic book superhero artist. Anyone who watches my channel knows I'm low-key obsessed with him, even though it's not low-key really, but, so the colors are good. I like the colors. I'm fine with them. I'm always caustic with Byrne and like modern coloring because I just feel like him and his ilk, sometimes it's a little dicey when you get too heavy with the rendering and the computer coloring effects. So I like to see them minimally used. And this is not super offensive yet. Yes, I love how I set this tone. But this is fun. Roger Stern and John Byrne are friends. They have a legendary run on Captain America, if you recall. And it was really fun that they teamed up for this JLA story. You know, John Byrne penciling, Roger Stern writing. Both legends. See, like the Kirby, like I just feel the Kirby all over this. Like that looks like a Kirby monster. That's like a Kirby monster face for sure. It's so funny because I love when writers sort of call out like problems or things that they might see. Like they're kind of calling out the fact that it was a controversial move for the JLA to have their Watchtower on the moon. And then, like, so they set the tone for that. And then immediately it works into the story, like, how that's kind of a bad idea. And they're kind of proving it immediately. You are the world's greatest protectors. Do you really want to be stuck on the moon? I mean, bad idea. Who didn't think that one through? I mean, isn't that part of Batman's contingency plan? I mean, he had to know how dumb it was all along, right? I love this kind of... you know, this is like such a comic book trope in a way. You know, like the team off doing their battles or, you know, saving the planet all over. We've got Wonder Woman in Zandia, Superman in Bogota, Batman in Gotham City, and Atom in Washington, D.C. And I love John Byrne's Atom. I really loved when Byrne and Gail Simone did the Atom. I thought that was really fun. So anyway, they're all getting like a call to sort of, you know, the JLA call. But it's funny, you know, being a superhero is clearly a full-time job. It's like you're doing your own thing here in Gotham, Washington, Sandia, and Bogota, and it's like you're getting called to the moon because the Watchtower is under attack. Well, damn, I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So Flash and Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, are playing. I love this alien has encountered them before, and he's like, "You're not Hal Jordan," basically. And he's like, "Not only am I not Hal Jordan, but there's a whole core of us out there." I don't know, there's a lot of fun superhero action stuff going on, and it's just so good. I know this sounds weird or stupid, maybe, but it's sort of like, since Roger Stern and John Byrne are like such classic Marvel creators, like it's almost them doing like a Marvel JLA story together, dare I say. I don't mean to be controversial or scandalous. Everything looks so good. I'm loving the art here. There was something cracking me up about something Superman's dialogue, and anyone who could put John, Flash, and GL out of commission has to be a heavy hitter. We have to port up to the Watchtower. I just thought it was funny. I can imagine like Superman saying teleport instead of teleport. It just doesn't seem like his verbiage. Am I wrong? I don't know. Weird, right? Like, why would I even think that? Just because I especially comes to mind. I think I need to zoom out a little bit more, fellas. I always say fellas. I hope there are females watching. And I know the term female is horrifying. Sorry about that. I hope there's guys and gals watching, because this is like a show for everybody. Look at that great Byrne face. That is so good. Mark Farmer is doing such a great job of inking here. I think Mark Farmer also inked the British Superman book that John Cleese sort of helped write. True Brit, what's it called? I think, perhaps. And I did a video on it if you want to look in my little Byrne list here. See, sometimes the computer coloring is okay, because I do like the fact that, like, the black with stars, while one of my favorite comic book tropes, can get a little too redundant if you keep going over and over again. It's so funny, though, if you compare this to, like, if you look at, like, the black with stars that you would see from Byrne and Austin on Uncanny X-Men, particularly around, like, the Dark Phoenix times. It would be a very different, very much more detailed, very differently rendered. I am pretty picky when it comes to my Byrne inkers. He has had some really great inkers and some really, really terrible ones. And I'm really liking the Mark Farmer inks here. I'm very happy that they got him a good inker on this. Because, his other big JLA story, the one scripted by Chris Claremont and inked by Jerry Ordway, is great. And I love it, and the art looks fantastic, and I do like Art Ordway's inks, and I do like them on Byrne, but they're so distinct. Like, it just screams Ordway to me throughout the whole process, which is fine, because I'll take it. I mean, I love their collaboration on Fantastic Four. Wonder Woman looking really great here. I love it. He, because during his run, I guess, I feel like she had, like, curlier hair, right? So this is more, like, straight-haired Wonder Woman. A little bit different, like, with the stars in her panel. I don't know exactly which, era this is exactly in. It's funny, because somebody brought up this point, I feel like, in one of the comic book-related, shows I was watching on YouTube or something, and it's like, oh, yeah, of course, my coattails that I ride, cartoonist kayfabe, they couldn't figure out which publishing time the Swamp Thing Richard Corbin issues were from. And it's, like, so true. It's like, that if there's ever a call for true numbering, it's just like, I don't know, I just feel like comics have been renumbered so many times that Wonder Woman #1 from 1943 or 42 or whenever it came out is the only one that really means anything anymore. You know what I mean? Because, like, Wonder Woman, like, #1 when George Perez did it, obviously meant something, because that was the first time they ever renumbered it. But the ridiculous amounts of times that they've renumbered comics and restarted them, it just, I don't know, I just don't like it. It's just, like, it just makes them all sort of not special in a way. It's like you're trying to make them all special by having a new #1, but it's like, now it's just a one in a series of #1s. Isn't that an interesting thought? If I do say so myself. Every once in a while I have, like, an aha kind of moment. More beautiful Josh Middleton art. That is so cool. See, I guess, like, I don't know, I mean, if I have to have a cover artist, I'm not mad at the Josh Middleton cover art. This is so cool. I love a panel like that. This is fun, too. I think, of course, because I love John Byrne, but he just draws everything so cool. I love his silhouette panels. He just knows how to draw. Okay. So cool. Look at this. Like, this is so great. Oh my God, all this beautiful art in here. I love this sort of, like, 2-page spread. Like, it's very grand in scope. Uh-oh. Oops, you broke my crucifix. Oh, all these religious things are being attacked. Well, wouldn't you know? and the Daily Planet stands gleaming and tall, and the metropolis skyline, and there's Lois. That's so funny, like how different that Lois is. Still, you know, the same sort of, how should I say? I don't know, hard edge or sort of gruff Lois that John Byrne presented without the asymmetrical power businesswoman hairdo. Oh my god, that is so cool. I love this page. That is so great. Oh, Amazo. Like, how cool is Amazo? Like, I feel like I want, like, a great, like, retro story with Amazo in it. I feel like what... I know I'm just missing out because I was so much more a Marvel kid than a DC kid. But, like, I'm thinking of, like, the Who's Who entry and, drawn by Mike Zack. Wasn't that... Am I right? Am I crazy? But wasn't that, like, so cool? That kind of made me like Amazo, because I think that was my first exposure to him. So, hey, anybody, Amazo fans, do you want to direct me to, like, the must-read Amazo story that is just so amazing? Look at the star, you know, the big starfish. That was so great how that was in, like, the second Suicide Squad. But why is it so tiny there? Loving this boat. Isn't it so funny? You guys know who watch me all the time. I always love, like, when Byrne, like, draws something mundane like this, and I'm just, like, endlessly fascinated. But look at this. I just love this. Like, the perspective, the angles. It's, like, so on point and ridiculous. Is this kind of a tangent? In a way, it's kind of interesting, because I don't know if, you know, Byrne knew or not, this is kind of actually genius storytelling right here, but it is so cool how the flow does that. It's almost like an optical illusion that no one else is seeing right now but me, but there it is. Green Arrow, looking classic and great. I love it, because this is very, like, if not, you know, perfectly classic, they're classic in a lot of ways. Like, I like that. I love the Green Lantern with, you know, the trunks still attached. Like, that just seemed like such a silly move when they just, like, raised it and got rid of it. I don't know. Like, isn't that much better? Like, I feel like the Silver Age, like, Green Lantern and Flash, a lot of the Silver Age costumes are just, like, so perfect and, like, so untouchable. Yet they touch them all the time. It's funny, Black Canary's fishnets are pretty wide fishnets, don't you think? You could catch a king shark with those babies. No, there's a story that needs to happen. See, I might as well just blow it, because whatever, when am I ever going to use it? Black Canary uses her fishnets to catch king shark. Okay, I'm, like, clear. Is it late? What's happening? Am I high? Chances are. Anyway. Oh my god, yes. And this version of Aquaman, oh my god, you guys know, this is, like, if Byrne ever, like, returned to DC for some reason, and, like, would you die to see Byrne's Super Friends? Can we make that happen? Byrne, are you watching? You must watch by this point. You know that I'm, like, obsessed with you. I mean, it's only in your best interest to watch my show and see what I'm up to. So, if you are watching, I want you to draw a Super Friends book, because that would, like, in your almost cartoony style, like, that would be freaking amazing. You've never done anything like that. I mean, you did the Batman, like, black and white. No, I'm talking directly to Byrne. You guys, I've officially lost it. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up my my memo to Byrne here and just say, love the Batman animated contribution. So let's get the Super Friends. I don't even know what that would involve. Like, could you use... Yeah, of course you could use the Wonder Twins. I want to see Byrne's Wonder Twins. Yesterday. Now. Okay? Great explosion. Look at this lightning. Oh my god, that is so cool. What a great shot. I'm just, like, rambling about the Wonder Twins, and I've got this, like, epic shot of frickin' Superman being struck by lightning in front of the Eiffel Tower. How is this not, like, one of the most talked about JLA stories ever? Bringing it, Stern and Byrne and Farmer. Bringing it. The art is really consistently good. I have to say that's one of the things you have to appreciate about... Are we getting a little Dick Sprang in here? I feel like Byrne was into that. You can always definitely see like some of his influences coming through sometimes, especially that Kirby, man. He really leans heavily into the Kirby, and I love it. I think nobody does like Kirby better than Kirby, except for John Byrne. I mean, not better than, but you know what I mean. I mean, although Bruce Timm does a pretty good Jack Kirby, and so does Ladron. Okay, so there are certain people who do a good Kirby. Tom Sholey's Kirby is pretty good, right? Okay. Oh my God, love this face. Are you gonna get ready your canary cry? It's interesting. I wonder how Byrne felt about the inking, because I do feel the faces might be a little off, and I know pencilers are very particular about that. Apparently, Byrne didn't like Kessel's inks because he changed the faces. Otherwise, it's funny because I feel like a lot of the Byrne fans that I see like loved his inks on it, and I love them too. But you know, it's always different when you're the artist. I mean, I can see how some of this, like Mark Farmer may not be the perfect inker for John Byrne, but he's a damn good one, I will tell you that. That looks so good. Oh, this is so funny. I look at the look on Black Canary's face, like the reaction. Superman defeated. Oh my gosh. Laying there looking all beat up. Poor Soups. I do love Superman. Wonder Woman. What are you doing with that lasso? I like that. That costume is like pretty perfect. Although I like the eagle too. Great shot of the Flash there. That is so cool. I love when John Byrne draws stuff like this. This is like so like sci-fi but kind of psychedelic at the same time. Like that is such a great effect. I would love to see all this in black and white. Can we get an artist edition of this? And the answer is no. And I know that. You know why? Because DC has little interest in doing any artist editions. So have you noticed that I think there might be a couple, but not anymore. And it's a damn shame too. If they're not going to let IDW do them yourselves. Don't deprive the fans. Don't be a dick, DC. Oh my God, that's an awesome panel. Look how cool that is. I love that. So is this, Am I seeing a little Adams coming in? I don't know. Guess that influence. I do love the John Stewart Green Lantern. I remember, and like, I feel like it was the art of John Byrne. There's like a great pencil sketch of John Stewart in there in the like sketchbook section. This is fun. This is like borderline animation looking there. I kind of like the coloring on that. And the Atom, cool. I love the Atom so much. Like, once again, great classic Silver Age costume. And Gil Kane drawing the Atom, forget about it. I love Gil Kane. I need some more Gil Kane in my life. Interesting. That's kind of a wacky face there. She's getting very savage Amazon. But is something happening? I feel like that's kind of the face, like, see, did you screw that up, Mark Farmer? I don't know. I want to see the pencils here. I have seen some of the pencils online. And I do have to say, they are freaking gorgeous. All the more reason for that artist edition. What the hell is going on with that panel? I would, once again, love to see the pencil page for that. Not digging that at all. But it's like the coloring, I think, right? I mean, what in the hell is even going on here, you guys? Aside from gorgeous art. But this is like nonstop, like action. Do you feel like who's more known for, like, I feel like maybe Marvel is more known for their like knockdown drag out fights. Not that DC hasn't had them, of course, but... Oh my gosh, holy splash page Batman, that is amazing. Wow, that is so good. I love that. And I brought it up before, but I don't mind repeating myself. You know, like, you gauge artists by certain things that they can draw well, and Byrne is like the master of rubble. But then again, that's kind of showing off the incompatibility of Mark Farmer inking him. Like, not the best rendering on Byrne's rubble here. Like, the way he inks it himself, or of course Terry Austin would ink it, would be so much better. But once again, I'm not slamming Mark Farmer at all, because this is gorgeous. I mean, look at that face there. That is so good. And the hair, love it. Beautiful art. Beautiful, beautiful art. Is that a bat plane? That is so cool. I'm loving, like, now also, while I'm on Fantasy Island, in addition to the artist edition, I would like a treasury edition. I just think this art is lending itself well to, like, just big action and just... I feel like this is so much better than I remember. I'm just super excited to see it, I guess. Some of it does look a little wonky, like, I don't know, that panel perhaps, I don't know. But I, once again, will take it. I mean, these classic versions of these characters are so much fun. I love the broken teeth. That feels very, like, Kirby too, right? They're all... Titus' reaction was... Here we go. And now we get into, like, sort of odd Justice League transformations. I kind of love these. These are so cool. I kind of want to draw them. I don't know about that Superman costume. That's a little whack. Interesting. Oh, the Batman. Come on. Tell me that isn't John Byrne just, like, trying to give his best, like, Bob Kane Batman right there. I think so. I think so. Very cool. I love this. This is so good. Yeah, the inking is getting a little dodgy towards the end here. I don't know. Was it rushed? Perhaps a little. I don't know. Still good. Still great. Still wonderful. But if it were a little bit tighter, like, we all know how Byrne can draw, and doesn't that seem like a little loose and fast? I'm thinking the inks, but it's okay. It's okay. See, I mean, I think they were going for a particular look there, I guess, to be honest. Clearly, they're obviously drawn to be less rendered and stuff like that. And then my faith has been restored when I see the beautiful ink work and hatching and stuff, textures, and Green Lantern. I think John Byrne does a particularly good Green Lantern. It's almost over. We're in the final. This is giving me Sasquatch from Alpha Flight vibes, and that made me very happy. Because once again, if you watch my channel, not only do I love John Byrne, I'm low-key obsessed with Alpha Flight. I freaking love Alpha Flight so much. You guys have no idea. I feel like I've covered, like, every single version so far, like the European omnibus, the regular omnibus, the individual issues, the trade paperbacks. I'm, like, giving till it hurts when it comes with Alpha Flight, but I'll find more. Trust me, I will find more somehow, some way. Oh, where am I? Oh, Justice League, okay. How did we feel about JLA? I kind of, like, everyone's all into the initials and everything's like that, but, like, I kind of, like, loved this, seeing, you know, this old logo. I feel like I just ruined the momentum. Oh my gosh. There it is. There it is. Isn't that great? I love that logo so much. Okay, now we're back. We're back in business. I always love what, but I mean, this is like so signature Byrne too. Like some I am Selene, goddess of the moon, you know, just like some beautiful, majestic, sort of badass female character. I said female again. You know what? I'm a gay man. I can say female. I don't mean it in any disparaging way whatsoever. And it's just sad that I should even be frightened to say it. There, I said it. Love this panel. So good. I want to see the return of this character. Once again, I feel like drawing her. I'm going to hit the art pad after this, y'all. And by art pad, I mean iPad. My little Procreate, an artist's best friend. Literally, anyone can draw with it. Not to say that I can't draw without it. Anyway, is this the last, like, 2 pages of, like, I'm sorry, but like a Byrne trope, seriously, as, like, the characters, like, over-explaining what happened for the last, like, page or 2. And I feel like that's what's happening right now. But that's fine. We get this beautiful sunset. We get the JLA just hanging out, talking, saying maybe we should put the moon base up for sale. Perhaps that wasn't such a great idea. I would love to hear the conversation between Byrne and Stern. That is so stupid, having the Watchtower on the moon. We have to immediately do a story to show why. And here it is. I mean, I don't think that was the point of the story, but you got Roger Stern and John Byrne, inked by Mark Farmer, with beautiful, gorgeous covers by Joshua Middleton on JLA Classified from issues 50 to 54, if you want to check out the individual issues, or else this affordable trade paperback is gorgeous and totally enjoyable, totally worth it. Super psyched that I was able to share it with you guys today. So thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. What's it gonna hurt you? Anyway, I will bring you more later. Hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks, guys.